Well, it's Uncommon Fossil. Today, playing an Alakazam deck that is powered by Xatu engine. I haven't done Alakazam in a bit, so just if you're not familiar with it, this is the first and thus far the only Pokemon that can attack from the bench. It's a Stage 2 EX and Dimensional Hand, the second attack for 2 Psychic Energy, does 120 damage. Not huge, but the interesting thing is this attack can be used even if this Pokemon is on the bench. And Mind Jack actually can do more damage. 2 Colorless does 90 plus 30 more for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon, but that has to be the active. So usually Alakazam on the bench, and we're hiding behind something else. So we do play 1 of the Stage 1 and 3 of the basics. I'd like a 4th, but deck space is a bit of an issue. As I said, I'm playing the Xatu engine. A 3-3 line could cut that, but I really would like to get 2 in play. So just that third one means most of the time will get a third copy of one, because 1 can be prized. It's here for Clairvoyant Sense. Very nice ability. Once during a turn, may attach a basic Psychic Energy card from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. If you do that, you draw 2 cards. So 3-2 line of that. And then we have our 2 walling ones. We play 3 copies of Klefki with Mischievous Lock. As long as it's in the active spot, basic Pokemon in play have no abilities except for Mischievous Lock, which means it's really the one we're going to want to start the game. It shuts down, obviously, the Genesect in the Mew decks, but it shuts down Squawkabilly EX. It's just a number of basic Pokemon with abilities your opponent's relying on. So if we can get that in the active, really effective there. And then 3 copies of the Mimikyu. This is a nice walling Pokemon. Prevents damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from opponents' EX and V Pokemon, which are still a lot of the ones in the game. And it does attack as well. But, ideally, we do more damage with Alakazam EX. So that's the line of Pokemon. Mimikyu would be nice. The bench barrier would be good, as well as the Jirachi to stop maybe damage being placed, but there's not a lot of deck space and bench space, so I've cut that and just, hey, I play it on the ladder kind of deck, and I'm just going to take those hard losses and scoop quickly when things don't go well. That's kind of the approach with a deck like this. Playing 9 basic energies. That's, I think, all we have space for in this deck, because all the Pokemon. I would prefer some more energies in a Xatu deck, but this is more than enough to get our Alakazams and our other attackers powered up. All right, so what do we play in the deck? The supporters, 2 Colress Experiment. I like this. You look at the top 5 cards in your deck, put 3 in your hand, 2 in the loss. And I like this in decks that use Rare Candy, and this deck does play 4 Rare Candy. Could cut that to 3 to get some other card in the deck, so that's certainly a possibility. But the Colress, because a lot of times, I've said this before, I often have the Pokemon, or at least the Ultra Ball, to get the Pokemon, and I need to get the Rare Candy, or have the Rare Candy, and I need to get the Pokemon. And rather than shuffling a new set of cards, I just want to add to my hand, and this works really well, I find, with Rare Candy decks. 2 Boss's Orders, just a really good supporter, of course, and 2 Iono. Each player shuffles a hand, puts it on the bottom of the deck, draws 1 for each prize card remaining. Obviously, you get some cards early and Disruption late game. Talking of Disruption, we do play 3 copies of Path to the Peak. We don't play any Rule Box Pokemon with abilities, just double check in case I'm blanking on something. And so it just makes life difficult for our opponent. Path to the Peak, Iono late in the game is very difficult for our opponent to deal with. We do play 2 of the TM Devolution, which your opponent devolves each of its evolution Pokemon by putting the highest stage into their hand. Assuming, look, you might take a knockout, obviously, if it goes down a stage, because the HP gets lowered if it already has enough damage on it. But then the other thing is for Rare Candy decks, they need to get Rare Candy again to evolve the next turn. And that is a problem. And even if they're on the way to a stage 1, stage 2, but you put the stage 1 back in their hand, they're now slowed down. They have to play the stage 1 again. So, but ideally, it's those Rare Candies, so they run out of Pokemon. Pokemon Search, we have 4 level balls, gets us all of our basics plus our Kadabra. So it is, Ultra Ball, Level Ball is better than Nest Ball, because it does get us at least the 1 stage 1. We play 4 Ultra Balls because we need to get the Xatus over 90 HP and the Alakazam EXs. So need Ultra Balls, and then 4 Fog Crystals, which gets us either a basic Psychic or basic Psychic Energy, basic Psychic Pokemon or basic Psychic Energy. Really good. That will be rotating, so really want to take advantage of that until rotation comes, and then play 1 Super Rod, gets back any combination of 3 basic energies, and or 3 Pokemon from the discard pile into the deck. All right, getting what else we have. Let's see, 2 counter catchers, which is just really good. And I'm probably going to fall behind the prizes. Maybe I could drop the boss with a counter catcher. I don't know. But look, it's very good. You have to be behind the prizes, but then it acts as a boss. So very good there. And I said the 4 rare candies, I believe. And then 2 switch cards. Just we need to get whatever that walling Pokemon's going to be. Klefki or Mimikyu, generally speaking. Possibly the Alakazam EX to do a little bit bigger damage. And obviously at 310 HP, for decks that are only doing a small limit of damage each turn, we might put that up there knowing it survives a hit or 2. So that's the deck. Let us take a look on the ladder and see what we can do with it. All right, let's see what we can do this game here. Okay. Sorry, I was looking for my pencil on my desk, and it's hiding on me. And I switched my pencil lately. I've had the same pencil for a long time. It's a different color. It is confusing me as well. All right, and yes, I want to go first. It's an evolution deck, so first is best. And I'll put Klefki in the active, see what my options are. Okay, Klefki, Mimikyu. All right, not bad at all. So Klefki might just keep my opponent from doing what they need to do. All right, Goldingo, EX. No, okay. So Klefki's not so useful because Goldingo is evolution. But I don't know. We'll see what else they play here. And Path to the Peak will be very good here. So I'm going to want to... I probably want a Natu and an Abra down. I think and I do want to play the Mimikyu as well. Mimikyu is going to be good here. So, okay. Just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. So, Klefki, play him. Well, I guess I will get into play first. I'll drop down an Abra. And then I will get down a Natu. Okay. And anyway, I want to get energy onto the Mimikyu because he is my guy here. I will, you know what? I'll get rid of Counter Catcher. No, I'll get rid of a Xatu. That's my play. So I'll get down a Natu. I'm going to need to draw into something, though, because I am going to attach the energy here. So I might not be able to do anything this next turn, right? So we will see. End turn, though. But they might disrupt me, in which case getting down an energy is best, right? For sure there. I don't have the greatest hand ever, so quite frankly, I would not mind having my hand disrupted. But we will see what happens. And I obviously would have liked to have gotten Path down. All right, so what's Hisuian? Hisuian Zoroark. I'm trying to remember what he does now. Okay, so they have Pokestop, which I might need to do. And that can obviously can get me I'm going to need to switch if I get knocked out. I am weak to them. But no, they can't attack here. Okay, it's not the attacking guy there. Okay. So, I mean, Mimikyu does one-shot him. That's nice. So Mimikyu's weak to metal if they can attack with a metal, but Mimikyu is immune. So, okay, so Call for Family, right? I mean, that's the nice thing with this Gimmighoul. It has Call for Family. So, okay, just 1 down on the bench. So, okie dokie. All right, well, that's actually pretty good. So I will evolve Fog Crystal for an energy. I will accelerate it to my Mimikyu, and then I might Pokestop after this, probably, if I don't get something else. Okay. Do I want to... So I'll take a knockout here. I think I'm just going to attack here. So, so Radiant Greninja can use its ability now, but I have the Gimmighoul with the energy to take out, so that's good, right? Because it just attacks for 1. Okay, I got my third Xatu into hand, right? One's in the discard, one's in hand. I obviously didn't evolve the Abra at all. I might need to Pokestop this next turn. Okay, so they have 2. That's the 70 HP one. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. So, all right, getting some energies. Okay. I mean, which is fine. If I had the Klefki, they couldn't have used the Radiant Greninja, but I took a knockout, so that was good. So, okay, so I'm going to take another knockout here. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So I will... Going to ditch the Klefki. I'm going to make that play. I'm going to keep the Xatu. I'm going to get the Kadabra into play. I'm going to have no... Well, I have 1 card in hand. I'm just going to attack. I don't know if I don't love Pokestop with this deck. All right, obviously, look, I'm not playing the Pokestop. I would love to bump the Pokestop with Path. It's one of those things. Could I play it? Yes. Does it improve my chances of winning? I'm not sure. Does it? Am I more likely to lose the pieces that I'm going to need versus get a card that can help me? I can't get any Pokemon energy or supporters are all lost. I do have items, though. Items that get me Pokemon. I have Fog Crystal gets me energy, and those things are very good. So I will probably use Pokestop this turn if that's where things are. So they're in a position, honestly, I think they kind of have to evolve the Gimmighoul. I'm not sure. I don't know they can afford to give me a third prize here. And if they're down 3 prizes, I don't know they're coming back from that. So, okay, so Pokestop just lost them cards. That's good for me. That's the downside to Pokestop decks. It punishes you pretty hard a lot of times. So they're calling for family. Oh, they played Nest Ball, so I don't know. Yeah, they don't have anything there. So I'm probably not going to Pokestop. All right, I will evolve you. I will attack. Take another prize. I could have Pokestopped. Obviously, I chose not to. Perhaps that was a mistake. All right, Fog Crystal is good, so I can accelerate an energy to Alakazam as well as get some, as well as draw 2 cards, right? So it gives me the potential for attacking with Alakazam this turn, right? In a game like this, when you get up early, that's the kind of game you toss away the Pokemon catcher or counter catcher. My apologies, I was trying to remember the term, right? Counter catcher, because it's looking to me like I'm not going to be trailing this game. So, okay, makes my life a little bit trickier in that I'd love to get a second energy. That's not going to happen. Okay, so let me just look here. That's 2 boss. I think I want to retreat. Let me just take a peek here. I think I'm going to energy and attach. Okay, I have 1 switch. I probably don't hit a card I want with Pokestop, so I think I'm just going to retreat. If they have another boss, well, it is what it is, right? So now I'm one attack away from game because they haven't had any Pokemon, right? They've been failing on their basic on call for family. I believe they failed on. Let me think, but they might not have any. I'm trying to think if they have any basics. What's this Parasol Lady do? Okay. I'm thinking, Youngster is a card I've considered some. It shuffles and draws 5. Cynthia from the old theme decks, which is where I'm mostly familiar with it from. Shuffle and draw 6 it was a very nice card. And that would, I'm pretty certain, see play in standard. So Youngster, shuffle, draw 5, not bad. Okay. I mean, again, I don't think they have any basic Pokemon, right? They haven't played a rod or anything to get anything back. So, I mean, they're just going to lose, I think. So Tails, what does Tails get them? Nothing. So, okay, at this point, I think they're just wasting time. I mean, I don't think, right? Because if they get an evolution Pokemon, they can't do anything with it. They need a basic. So they grabbed an evolution, but they don't have a basic down. So they're, okay. I mean, obviously, I just attack for game here. Other things, I'd play the path. And such if the game is going to continue. But anyway, my opponent did not get going. And, I went first and was able to start attacking. Was it on turn 2, I think, and just start smacking prizes, right? So that's really good. And actually, there's that new item coming out that looks for 270 HP, Pokemon 70 HP or less, I believe it is. And so Mimikyu will get even better with that. So anyway, I set up and did my thing that game. All right, I changed the deck since the introduction. I don't know if I'm going to re-record the introduction. I'm thinking I will not, and so I'll just let you know what the changes are now. It just wasn't setting up as well as I want, so I made some. So I went to a 2-2 Xatu line instead of the 3-3, and I cut one Mimikyu. So that was 3 slots I opened up by dropping a Mimikyu and a Xatu and a Natu. Assuming this is the list that I ultimately decide works the best, this will be the list that is in the description for the deck. So I will send up Mimikyu because he may be immune. And then what did I put in? I added 2 more Colress experiments, so 4 Colress, and okay, more Pico. Let's think here. So and a 10th energy. So I will get down a Natu. So Mimikyu, right, being immune. Now I'm weak to dark. I don't love being weak to dark here. I got to say that. And I end turn, so my opponent's looking to attack. This could be a game where Mimikyu is the star in this deck. Now the Morpeko does one-shot me, and it moves the energy around, so that is nice too. But so this isn't a bad hand. Colress. So adding the 4th, going from 2 to 4 Colress is looking helpful in this deck. Okay. All right. So nice using the Reverroom engine there, right? You discard an energy, draw to 6 in hand. Okay. So getting a bunch of energy. There's a Reverroom in the discard pile. It can attack with it as well, and it will one-shot the Mimikyu. So they might need to attack with it depending what happens. Radiant Greninja, they probably don't have the energy to attack with it. At least I'm hoping, because I don't have any bench protection. But if I had Klefki in the active, he wouldn't have worked. But anyway, so we'll see what happens. Okay, they don't get the knockout, so that's good. Give me something good here. Rare Candy is nice. Okay, Rare Candy. Oh no, I'd not go back. I need the Rare Candy and energy. And I think another energy. Or no, let me grab a Colress for next turn. Setting things up. So this is good. I can attack this turn. So these moves to make the deck more consistent are helping me. I have Colress. Now I could have Fog Crystalled to get down a different Okay, good. Took the knockout. Sorry, another basic, right? Probably another Mimikyu. I didn't toss Mimikyu away, right? Because I only play 2 in the deck. Hopefully the other one's available. I'd like to get him down with my level ball. And I might do that before I do anything else. So Darkrai, because the Mimikyu is now immune. The Revavroom will one-shot him. Roaring Moon can one-shot the Mimikyu as well, but he has to do 200 damage to himself, and therefore, and then my Alakazam EX blows him up. So obviously, look, my Alakazam isn't very strong, so he's not great. I would love to get Path in play as well. I don't know if they're going to Star Abyss at this point or not. What do they have? They're going to rope. Okay, I'm going to send you up, and that's it is what it is. That's fine. So they're not really okay. So they're taking a turn off in essence. So that's okay. That's actually pretty good for me. So I think I want to. Oh, I got another Mimikyu. So okay. I was just trying to think through the math. I want to get down another Abra. In this game. Okay, so, but I might not, let me think. So I'm going to call, I want to think, so that's not what I want to hit with the Colress. That's part of it too. So Path, excellent, Boss. And do I want to ditch? I only have 2 Ionos. You know what? I'm going to assume I'm going to get ahead here. So I want to evolve. I'm going to ditch the Ionos. I'm going to be aggressive and greedy and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to win this game. Period. So do what you want to me. I don't care. I mean, I do care, but I want level ball. Level ball gets me my stage 1, right? Because I'm pretty sure the Kadabra, he can get him, and I will put energy onto this. Put energy on this Abra, and I'm gonna fire away. Don't get the knockout, but I can, I have Path. His ability is done. They didn't use their V-Star power because I don't think they had the cards they wanted in the discard yet. Up, they're bumping my stadium. That's unfortunate, but not a surprise. Is that their first stadium? Let me just take a look. It is. Okay. So they're using this Star Abyss this turn, which makes sense because they know I'm play Path. They shouldn't have been a surprise anyway, but okay. So what are they going to do? I don't know. Did they get 2 cards? Okay, Energy Switch. I do like that art. It's very cute looking. Okay, Earth and Vessel. So they're going to retreat, I'm assuming. And okay. I mean, I would like to yeah, I'm not going to get Klefki into play this game, which is fine. But this is okay. Getting Mimikyu is good, right? A 3rd Mimikyu in the deck would have been nice, but that's okay. 2 Mimikyus, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right now, I'm offering them 7 prizes to take, so they might not have to hit through my second Alakazam, right? They can take all these single prizers. But if they don't take both Alakazams, obviously that means they're hitting through both Mimikyus. So those Mimikyus are going to slow them down for sure. Right? It's really the Roaring Moon is what's going to get him. So I don't want to do that. I think I want to. So get the Kadabra. I don't have an energy, unfortunately, but so I think I want to hit into I mean is he what's the Revavroom's attack? No, he needs a metal. Okay, so he can't attack. So I'm going to boss up the Roaring Moon because the Roaring Moon's the guy that scares me because he can take out my Mimikyu. And I don't want to be taken out. So Right? I mean, look, at this point, if he takes out the Mimikyu, he knocks himself out. So that's really good. And with as long as collapsed stadiums are played, they don't have room for another Roaring Moon. So they can't take out these Mimikyus, really. I mean, well, if they play Canceling Cologne, right? I'm guessing they don't, though. So they're giving themselves the boost, but that's not going to really, they still knock themselves out. They do 200 damage. Now, they don't get knocked out next turn. That's the big thing there. But can they win the game? They're going to have to hit through at least one Mimikyu. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, if I don't evolve this other Alakazam, then they have to hit through both Mimikyus. And, that's going to be hard for them. I don't think they can afford, right now, they really can't afford to frenzy gouging and knock themselves out. Or no, is it the second attack? Whatever it is. So, okay. What are you going to do now, though? So, okay. I mean, did they think they were going to do something to me? I don't know. So, I'm just going to attack now. Life is making life simple. I need energy here. That's what I need. I need energy. I'm not sure where. I guess I attach it to the Kadabra. I might attach it to the Mimikyu, though, because the Mimikyu is a real force right now. Like I said, the only thing that can knock me out with is frenzied frenzied gouging on the Roaring Moon, I believe. So I think I just want to start getting energies onto the Mimikyu. So boss, they're going to take him out, and they knock him out. So, and that's fine. I got to start attaching to Mimikyu, though. That's what needs to happen. Actually, I'll set up the Kadabra because he attacks and then he retreats. So he's a hit and run guy. Okay, Mimikyu's good. So what do I want to do here? I think I want to gust up somebody. I think I just want to make their lives really difficult at this point. No, I'm not going to attack. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I will send up this Mimikyu. They don't have any energy on this other Roaring Moon, so I could have counter-catchered. I was thinking, do I want to counter-catcher like the Reverie, but maybe I want to counter-catcher the Darkrai so I can take him out at some point. I decided to save the counter-catcher. So we'll see. We'll see if they attack. And if they attack, then, you know what? They knock me out. They knock themselves out. They take a prize. I take 2. I send up the Kadabra, I attack with Kadabra, and retreat to the bench again with my Mimikyu. So, look, if they attack with this Roaring Moon, knock themselves out, they can do it with a second one, and then they could get a second one powered up, right? Because I'll be the 3 prizes. I still need 3 more prizes, and I'm gonna have a hard time. It's a bunch of work. Look, I have the counter catcher, so I can take out. I would obviously the energy would be super here. All right, that is awesome sauce. I don't want to bump their stadium either at this point. So good. Putting pressure on is very important here. Very important. And obviously, I don't bench a Klefki or anything else. So now I'm 1 turn away from knocking out the Darkrai. I'm a tack away from taking out the Radiant Greninja. And the Roaring Moon, I mean, we'll see what they do. Okay, so they're bumping their stadium, so that's actually good for them. Okay, they're doing with the more Pico. All right. Oh, okay. All right, well, this could be a problem. So the more Pico is gonna take out my Mimikyu. Let's see, so that was from the deck. Okay, so the Morpeko's big trouble for me. Big trouble. And he one-shots the Mimikyu, which is rough. I'm not out of the game, though. I'm not out, but definite advantage of my opponent now. So we will see what happens here. They're digging hard in their deck, though, too, which I guess. I mean, I guess they need to win the next couple turns anyway. If they don't, okay. I mean, all right. Okay. I mean, maybe they have Iono. I'm not sure what their plan is. Okay, so they're gonna move the energy. I think I'm gonna gust up the River Room probably with my counter catcher. So okay, I mean that's great. So I don't know why they did 4 energy on the Roaring Moon, but that's okay. I'm not going to attack with Klefki because I can't do that. I can't send up my Mimikyu to be knocked out. Right? So I've got energy. I have 2 more energies in deck. Maybe I should have looked through my deck, see what I have, but I'm going to counter catcher up the River Room, and this might just get me what I need. Actually, I can. I could knock him out with my Devolution. I could take, 2 prizes there, right? But I'm going to wait on that. Because then the River Room retreats for 1. That's my down. That's the downside. And right now they need 2 energies on him, and I don't know if they have them. And let's see, they played 2 switches and a rope, and they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 energies so far between in play and their discard pile. So I don't know that they can get the River Room out of the active spot, and if they can't, okay, all right, let's see what happens here. So Iono, so they're dragging things out, but I don't think they have what they need here. I really don't, but we'll find out, right? We will find out. So I could retreat and knock out the Morpeko. I have that as a play here, right? Do I want to gust up the Morpeko? No, I can't afford that because they do have the Roaring Moon as well, right? So I'm just going to end turn. That's all I'm going to do here. I could take out the Darkrai. I could devolve him, and he gets knocked out because he's got 210 HP and 220 damage counters on him. But the River Room probably gets out of the active at that point as well. And those 2 prizes get me to 3. So it's the decking out is, I'm not sure what they have. Look, they had every card in their hand last turn. Let's be honest, right? And they Iono'd. So see what happens. Okay, PAL pad. Are they? So what are they going to grab? Will I see what they grab? So they're going to grab another Iono probably. Maybe 2. I don't remember. They have 2 Ionos. Iono boss. So 1, 2. Okay, so this now I do have a play here potentially, right? So I could gust him up, knock him out. I get to 4 prizes. I devolve. No, I don't. That doesn't get me game, right? So I think I want to just going to end turn on that. Put down the path. It shuts down Ridinker Ninja. I mean, it kind of helps the Roaring Moon, but he knocks me out anyway, right? He can do 100 more damage or 120 more. So he has the gust, which is fine. I'm going to rod and retreat here, I think. 1, 2, 3. Just going to do that. I'm going to retreat. I'm going to Colress because I'm energy, and Colress. Okay, so I'm going to retreat and attach. That's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to end turn. I think my opponent's just dragging things out here. You know, unfortunately, the Kadabra switches. If the Kadabra didn't retreat, I could be attacked. Well, no, I wouldn't be attacking. So, okay, so I got the, I got the stall. So I think the 4 energy on that one Roaring Moon was getting a little overly aggressive there, right? So, anyway, that's, alternate win conditions are always a thing, and my opponent boxed themselves in. I took advantage of it. And so look, is this... I'll just a couple of thoughts here as I wrap it up. The changes I made, I think, are better. So I will have the 4 Colress experiment in the description for the deck list. It doesn't set up great though. I think it's better with Curly Engine probably or something else. The Xatu's, it's fun, but I don't. And obviously, Energy Acceleration is good, but I don't think this is a list that really benefits from the Xatu. I will be looking at some other Xatu decks coming up in the near future, though, because I still do like it a lot. But this, it's a fun build. It's probably not the best way to play Alakazam. But try it if you want. Share your thoughts. Take care.